Sigma males exposed their secret no-flirting strategy. Have you ever noticed how some men attract attention without chasing it? No cheesy lines, no clever banter, no games. Tonight we're pulling back the curtain on the Sigma no-flirting strategy. Not tricks, not manipulation, a mindset. If you've ever felt awkward playing the dating game, stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to show interest without acting like someone you're not, and why that quiet confidence is far more magnetic than any line you could memorize. The misunderstood Sigma. People throw around the word Sigma like it's a costume you put on. It isn't. ED7. Think of it as a posture, independent, value-driven, low noise. A Sigma doesn't orbit approval. He orbits purpose. That's why he doesn't flirt in the conventional sense. He refuses to perform for attention. And yes, it can be misread as cold or aloof. But underneath is something rare in a noisy world, a steady signal that says, I know who I am, and I'm not negotiating that. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. If you anchor to that truth, your presence changes. You stop broadcasting neediness. You start broadcasting direction." The myth about flirting. Most flirting is performance, exaggerated humor, rapid compliments, constant validation. It can work short-term, but it backfires. Why? Because performance creates pressure. You feel obligated to keep the show running, and the other person wonders which version of you is real. The Sigma approach cuts the theater. Interest is expressed through attention, not antics, through clarity, not speed, through congruence, not masks. That's why it feels different. It's not anti-social, it's anti-pretend. Why games backfire? Imagine you're wearing noise-cancelling headphones in a crowded bar. Games are the crowd, loud, flashy, exhausting. Substance is the voice you actually want to hear. Most people crank the volume to compete with the room. The Sigma lowers the volume and leans into presence. He doesn't inflate himself to be seen. He lets silence and steadiness do the heavy lifting. Epictetus reminds us, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. Translation in modern dating, accept that you might not be the loudest or the quickest. Let quality do the talking. Slower conversations, fewer words, better words. The Stoic core of no flirting. At the heart of this strategy is the Stoic dichotomy of control. You can't control whether someone chooses you. You can control the clarity of your signal, your posture, your values, your standards, and your attention to the other person's reality. So rather than asking, how do I win them over? Try a better question. How do I reveal my center and respect theirs? That shift dissolves anxiety. You stop auditioning, you start selecting. Silence, presence, and the first 5 minutes. Picture this. You meet someone you're drawn to. Instead of scrambling for jokes, you slow down. You allow a 2-second pause after their answer. You hold soft eye contact. You stand tall, feet planted, shoulders relaxed. When they speak, you actually listen. You summarize what you heard in one sentence, and you ask one clean follow-up that proves you were present. Notice what you're not doing. You're not performing. You're not fishing for reassurance. Presence is rare. People feel it. It communicates. Your words matter here. That alone creates gravity. Signaling through standards. Flirting often begs for acceptance. Standards simply reveal alignment. Without announcing rules or acting superior, you communicate what you choose and what you decline. You do it gently. When a conversation turns snarky, you don't attack or match sarcasm, you steer. I'm not big on putting people down. What actually inspires you right now? If the energy keeps sliding, you don't lecture, you step back. No drama, no moral grandstanding, just a quiet boundary. Seneca said, "Associate with those who will make a better man of you." The Sigma lives that line in real time. Showing interest without the act. Here's how interest sounds without a script. It's simple, grounded, and specific. "Hey, I enjoyed that conversation about design. You've clearly put in the reps. I'm grabbing coffee on Thursday. Join me if you're free." No push, no need. A clear door left open. If they step through, great. If not, you continue your life without flinching. That detachment is not coldness, it's self-respect. You don't measure your worth by a yes or a no. The 3 quiet signals people actually notice. First, your relationship with time. You arrive when you say you will. You leave when you planned. You don't stretch the night hoping for approval to extend it. That communicates abundance. Second, your relationship with attention. Phone face down, eyes up. You ask one question at a time and let the answer land. That communicates respect. Third, your relationship with yourself. You reference your mission without apology, your training, your craft, your responsibilities, not to impress, but because it's the truth. That communicates direction. None of this is flashy. All of this is magnetic. A practical night-out framework. If you're headed to an event, give yourself a simple plan that feels like you. Decide on 2 genuine conversations, not 12 forgettable ones. Lead with context. I'm your name. I'm curious about what you're building. What's your focus this quarter? Let them talk. Reflect one insight back. Share a concise story from your world that aligns, not a monologue. If there's a spark, invite a next step that fits your schedule. I'm doing a trail run Saturday morning. If you're into early coffee after, I'll be at Cedar and Pine at 9. Real life, real rhythm, no act. When to lean in, when to step back. There's a simple check. If curiosity flows in both directions, lean in. If it's one-sided, step back. Not to punish, just to protect your bandwidth. You're not chasing attention, you're building alignment. Marcus again. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. If your body feels you forcing interest, trust that signal. Authentic attraction doesn't require wrestling your own integrity. The turning point story. Let me bring this down to earth. A client of mine used to front-load every interaction with jokes and huge energy. He'd get numbers, sure, but the date stalled. We stripped it all back. No lines. No winning. Just presence, a clear invite, and a life full of purpose, whether the invite was accepted or not. 2 weeks later, he met someone at a bookstore. He asked one sincere question about the author she was holding, listened to her answer, and said, "I'm grabbing tea around the corner to read for an hour. Join if you want the quiet." She showed up. There was no rush, no performance, just pages and conversation. That relationship stuck, not because he dazzled her, but because he didn't need to. What most people get wrong. They think no flirting means no warmth. Not true. The Sigma style removes performance, not kindness. You still smile. You still notice details. You still celebrate someone's wins. You just do it without bargaining for approval. They also think detachment means indifference. It doesn't. It means you care about the connection more than the outcome. That paradox, care deeply, release completely, is the sweet spot. The Stoic 7-day reset, spoken like a coach. If you want this to click, give yourself a week. For 7 days, practice 3 small habits that require no scripts. Start your day by anchoring to purpose. 1 sentence is enough. Today I build your craft. health, mission. Let that sentence set your posture. When you meet someone new, slow your speech by 5% and lengthen your pause after they finish by 2 beats. Watch how your presence settles and how theirs opens. End your day with a 30-second audit. Ask, where did I perform? Where was I real? Tomorrow, choose real a little sooner. You'll be surprised how quickly your signal sharpens. Mid-roll coach, note, and soft CTA. If this is landing, you're the kind of person I make these weekly Stoic toolkits for. Hit subscribe so these reminders arrive right when you need them. No fluff, just systems that help you stay calm, respected, and in control of your standards. The no-flirting script you can actually use. Keep this in your back pocket because it's clean and honest. Hey, talking with you was effortless. I'm heading to place on day at time. If you want a quiet pocket in your week, join me. If they say yes, great. If they say no or go vague, you smile. All good, see you around. Then you keep moving. You never argue with reality. That's Epictetus again. Freedom begins where control ends. Power without performance. Here's the secret most people miss. Attraction is not created by performance. It's revealed by alignment. When your presence is calm, your standards are clear, and your life has direction, you don't need to chase, you invite. You don't need to impress, you express. So the next time you feel pressure to be louder, faster, funnier, remember the Stoic path. Control your center, not the crowd. The right people will find that signal. The wrong people will fade without conflict. And you'll keep your peace. Drop a word in the comments, presence, standards, or purpose, to tell me which pillar you're choosing this week. I read every one. And if you want more grounded tools like this, you know where to find me. Calm over chaos, standards over scripts, power without performance.